So hello everybody and welcome to this video. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I have the honor to interview again the CEO of Nextearth, Mr. Gabor. Welcome to my interview.
Thank you very much, Janis, for having me again. Hi everyone. It's an honor.
Awesome. So until last time that we did an interview, a lot of things happened. You successfully launched the token very successfully. I see also it's going very well, not just with the price, but also as the entire system. And I would really like to learn more and like to share anything that is valuable for the community to know or about the Nextearth token or the project itself. I'm following up with it. I'm trying to cover as much as I can because it's a lot of interest from our community on Nextearth project, the token, or also the metaverse one. I saw the new roadmap, but I would like also like to go further more deep and to ask more questions and to know as much as it's possible to share with our community.
Cool. So yes, the token launch, it was an amazingly hard 4 weeks in January till we got to the 27th of January. We were able to successfully launch the token. Obviously, it wasn't a boring few hours. We had everything with the liquidity pool and stuff like that. So yes, it was exciting few hours. I definitely aged a few years in those few hours, but we were able to deliver. And since then, I think the chart speaks for itself.
Yeah, really impressive because from the one part, you're building a metaverse from zero and trying to put features there to make it as attractive as it can be and developing. And I'm seeing that with the land art and also the new land art that's going to be in a few days with the 4.0 new version. And also to build a whole new project with the crypto to integrate and to be also launched a new platform and to run all this. Just technically, I can imagine how that could be sometimes to organize all this.
No, you cannot imagine. You cannot imagine that. It's just unbelievably crazy what's going on here in the office and all around the metaverse sector itself. The land art module, yes, we are focusing on that. We're focusing on that a lot because it's a very popular feature and it's starting to get momentum and it's getting more and more popular. We're also going to have land merging inside. People will be able to change the land arts because the community asked for that feature. We will have animation too, although it's still a major development, but we have a ninja team working on the land art module separately, so that will be delivered hopefully as soon as possible. The rest, well, I think the biggest change since we last talked was delivering the vision. The vision that is finally out there, that Nextearth is not just a simple metaverse, it's not just about, being on the map of the earth. It is going to be a platform as a service provider, which is, well, it's 4 words, but it's a whole ecosystem. It's a whole new dimension. It's basically a paradigm shift because, and let me put it this way, if you want to create a business in the metaverse right now, how much does it cost you, Janis? If you want to do a business right now in the metaverse, in Web 3.0, how much money do you have to have?
A lot. Millions.
A lot. I mean, just to be able to purchase, what's the cheapest land on Sandbox or Decentraland?
Very expensive.
$15,000, $20,000, and that is probably not a frequent location. So you have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and development and basically everything, marketing, etc., etc. But what we with Nextearth, as you know, at the beginning I told you it is going to be more of a business platform approach. It's going to be a business platform. Yeah, but what does this mean? We never knew. And platform as a service basically grants you the opportunity to enter Web3 the easiest and cheapest way possible. Imagine creating a business on Nextearth. Basically, what do you have to do in the metaverse to create a business? Purchase land. You go to the website and you can find land for like $0.1 or $0.5 or $2 or whatever. And you can basically find any location still on the planet in any city. So that's not a boundary anymore. We have a launchpad. So if you have a business case, you have a white paper of your business or a light paper, doesn't really matter. You can basically launch that business on Nextearth just by having land and having Nextearth tokens, and the community will fund your business. So that means that to start up a Web 3.0 business on Nextearth, you won't need to purchase $100,000 of land. You don't need to hire people. You don't need to start marketing, because there will be a launchpad which can finance your business. There will be the community who will be using, because they funded your business. It is there. It is part of the economy. It will be basically giving back share to the revenue pool, which basically is a triple win situation between the platform, the user, and the business itself. And this business can be a crypto company, can be a mainstream giant, or can be your own business. I mean, Web3 have to be about people delivering the content. And this way, you get funded, you get easy entrance, you get accelerated, because the people on the platform will use it. And remember last time when I told you that the more people on the platform, the more businesses will be interested? This is exponentially true when we talk about launching your own business and even getting financed by the community to launch your own business. And from this on, I mean, the barriers or the border is only your imagination. You can do whatever you want. You can launch 2 businesses, 3 businesses. But one very important thing, this is not just about, simple win situations. You have to deliver something that interests people, that has a value. Otherwise, they are not going to fund you. Otherwise, they are not going to use your product. So
I think I've missed. Sorry, I think I've missed something. So when you mean to launch their business on Nextearth, you mean just like to advertise on the land that they buy, or is a new feature that I missed and I didn't notice yet on the platform? So like how somebody's going to launch the new
let's say you want to do your online casino, right?
Yeah.
You purchase a casino in Nevada, in Las Vegas, and you say that you need $50,000 to start up the programming because you want blackjack, you want roulette, and you want whatever else.
True.
And you have a white paper. We help you design the tokenomics architecture. Obviously, if you design it for yourself, even better, because it's going to happen faster. Nextearth is going to vet the project at the beginning. Later on, probably the decentralized autonomous organization will be able to vet the project. And then you will be able to launch this project just like at any ideal platforms. But you will launch it integrated into Nextearth. And you can do it in Nevada.
Oh, yeah. So that I remember also from the white paper. So that feature it's ready now for use, for example, or it's going to be like in a few weeks or something?
The launchpad is already there because we launched our own token on the launchpad.
Oh, so it's ready actually for anybody to do that as well. Oh, wow.
Well, we already have like 42. Well, last week it was 42. Now it's about 50 businesses who we are in talks with. That
Really?
means that even though you would be trying to get in, probably that would take a few months already, because we already have a waiting line. Basically, we have a queue of businesses waiting for the opportunity, and we are working as fast as possible so that in the upcoming announcements, the community will be able to hear what type of businesses we're talking about. Because, online casino, NFT gallery, this is the usual whatever. Yeah. What we're going to do is a little bit more than that, but obviously the mainstream businesses will also be there. I mean, DeFi, play to earn, gaming, etc., all of these will be represented in the economy. Obviously, just imagine, this is a metaverse. Every kind of business will be here in 1 or 5 years. Everything from crypto mining to wallets to online lending protocols to whatever you can imagine. The only question is the pace and the speed that we can work with. And that is why it's very important that we become a platform as a service, because this way third-party integrations won't need our centralized approach. They will be able to kind of, deliver it by themselves. Obviously, if you want to go to the launchpad because you want financing, it's going to be a more complex thing. You have to be vetted. But if you, for instance, already have a business in the metaverse, You just copy paste it, you come there, and it's going to be there for you. The technological background is getting put together, and this is something that we were promising Q3, Q4 last time, maybe even Q2. And what I've seen from a previous meeting actually today is that I'm not sure you have to wait until the second part of Q2 to see how platform as a service will be implemented in the platform.
That's impressive. And I can see also, I can feel the speed, and I can see also like every week, it's like something new there. It's new development. And I really like that. I always say to my community that we should be concentrated on the projects that they consistently development, because some people, some projects, they start with an idea, they build something and they left it, like, you know, they just have something there and sitting for years sometimes, or for months. And I can see there that it's consistently creation and expansion and new things. That's impressive.
And I think because there are many businesses and projects that that can be followed. But one thing that I would advise to all of your viewers is follow projects that deliver. And I've seen plenty of metaverses that were very highly valued. And if you look at the chart, they are just going down. And they are actually, some of them, I don't want to say names because, you know, this is not the place for that. But, you know, some of them looked amazing and have amazing concepts. But, you know, you need 3 to 5 years to develop it. 3 to 5 years. Come on, do something in between. People are not going to wait for you, not even 3 to 5 months in crypto.
Yeah. And so many projects now starting like with the metaverse ideas, but they're going to say that after 1 year, after 2 years, we're going to have some metaverse features. And I'm like, yeah, but if it's no, they are used of the token or something, people will just go to something else. I will not wait 1-2 years.
I think what will differentiate the successful users or investors from the ones who get scammed or lose their money in the metaverse is if you are able, while doing your own due diligence, to figure out which ones are the ones who deliver and will operate on long term, and which ones are the ones who are just using metaverse as a sales keyword, so that you basically purchase their product, their token, their land, or NFTs, or whatever they come up with. So, I mean, look, I'm pretty sure that there is going to be more than 1,000 metaverse in 2022 in crypto.
Definitely.
I mean, if there is not already a few hundred, but yeah, what I know of that's trustworthy, I think it's under 10. And honestly, what I think that in the long term, it will stay well close to 10.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, another question. You know, I see the tokenomics and I read everything, etc. I may miss some parts sometimes because it's really hard sometimes to follow up with everything with every project. But I really keep an eye in every week and try to learn more about any changes and any improvement that you're doing on the platform. So when do you see that is going to start, like in the utility of the Nextearth token in the Nextearth? So you know, the token also will get used and not just like promise in there, which is not just a promise in it, definitely, but you know, when it's going to start and we're going to see major use of the utility there.
What is before the utility is that we're planning to go to a centralized exchange. That is something that interests a lot of token holders. But the real utility itself that doesn't just bring the fame for the token, but real life usage is going to be the staking. And this staking is going to happen in Q2. And what we aim for is to staking come in the first half of Q2. Obviously, also land purchases will be conducted in NXTT tokens. And also what is very important is that the launchpad will be similar to how IDO launchpads work. And this way you can imagine that it will be important for you to have NXTT, because that way you will be on a higher tier. And this is what we told the community last time, that not just the number of tokens will matter in the launchpad, but also for how long you were an owner of these tokens. So if you have an FTT, hodl.
Anything else that you want to say about I see, actually, maybe I want to ask this specific thing. I saw just a bit, maybe in the last time I had my idea that in the last few weeks, because you launched the token, most of the attention and investment was going more to the token in the period of time, and maybe less in the investment as in the metaverse itself as land purchase, you know, people to invest on the lands. So what's your viewpoint on this, or like the statistics, or like how do you see this?
What I see is that we're still very nice on the land side, and it's basically it's a stable, continuous number every day, every week. Although when we're gonna get some more traction, thanks to marketing and thanks to delivering those utility things, obviously we expect this also to rise. But we are more than satisfied with these numbers. The token, yes, obviously it gets the attention because it's easier to access. People are always hyped about the token, but we don't want pump and dumps. We basically want a nice, stable fundamental for the token so that it's not going to be going like this all the time, but it will be more concentrated and it will be more stable. And that is one of our main goals. That is why we do the mathematical calculations behind, and that is why we didn't launch last year, but we waited for the tokenomics to like kind of form and then only launched in January. And we want to keep these up and keep this.
I think until now it's going well, like it's keeping that that target.
It's going beautiful, but I will never say anything regarding the token because I don't want to interfere and I don't want to, just say opinion. Of course, the goal is to make everybody satisfied, but as I told you, stability first. And this is, I think, a key momentum for the whole platform itself.
Okay, another question now. So some people say that because the market in the last few weeks, it's a bit like crazy. Like it's when people expect it's going to go up, it's going down, or when people expect it's going to go down, it goes up. And somehow, like, I think like in the few weeks, it's at least in the few last 2-3 weeks, it's a less demand than before, generally in the market. So what is your viewpoint generally in the market, and how also like connecting the whole crypto market and metaverse market with the Nextearth, like can be affected with how much do you think can be affected the Nextearth metaverse, the whole project, comparing to the market condition as well, crypto market?
I think that we are in a bear market right now. And what I think is that those type of 1.5 or 2 year long crypto winters, don't hate me for this, but I think these are over. I think I have the same
opinion. I have the same opinion, but just sometimes. And sometimes I saw, for example, today an article from one of the co-founders of Huobi or something exchange saying that we don't see another bull run until 2024. I was like, I don't think so, guys. Like, I really don't believe that.
Yes, that is something that cannot physically happen because you have NFTs, you have DeFi, you have the metaverse, you have, I mean, you have governmental mainstream adoption. This is something that I think cannot happen. There can always be dumps in the market, huge dips, especially if the money printing stops and and the market falls. I can even imagine the market falling when you, for instance, S&P 500 falls way below 4,000.
Yeah.
Then obviously Bitcoin won't be able to stay above 35,000. It's going to fall under 30. But what we know is those are the best buying opportunities. And in my opinion, the crypto winters are gone because crypto is not just a promise anymore. Crypto is there. It has its fundamental use cases, and we can see that every day in the economy, and it's spreading in an amazing pace. It's just simply amazing. And I think the market can't even really keep up with it. I mean, usually crypto world, the way that it always overrun the market, you know, like the dot-com bubble, and then it always burst out. And we had these kind of fluctuations in the market. And I think crypto needs bear market cycles. And these what is different now than it was like 2 or 3 years ago, that 2 or 3 years ago, a crypto winter took more than 1 year. But now, last year, I mean, that summer winter we had after the NFT boom and before the next NFT boom, we had 2.5, 3 months of bear market, basically. And now what we see again is the same, because it's not about leaving bear market out, because bear market it's natural organic thing in trading and in the ecosystem, especially in a so fast developed ecosystem. You have to find your place always. But I think the time is getting shorter and shorter for these type of dips.
Because it's true. If you just see the charts simply, if you just observe the charts, it's true. It's like the cycles are shorter now.
And it doesn't mean that I don't see Bitcoin under 30,000, although I don't want to see it below 30,000. But if I see it below 30,000, I'm going to be buying like hell. And
I think most of the people will think the same.
Yes. And regarding Nextearth, how it can affect it, obviously, when Bitcoin is 70,000, you can do whatever you want to in the crypto market because you get funded, you can do whatever. That would be good for our Launchpad projects and for the ecosystem. But if we're down here, I mean, remember when we launched the token, I said that I would want to launch the token in a bear market, because then we can go with the valuation of the token can go with Bitcoin up. If you start with 70,000 Bitcoin, it's very hard for you to beat Bitcoin. This way, we don't have to beat Bitcoin. We just have to go with it. Obviously, smaller alts have their multipliers on whichever way they move. But you know, if we start with a smaller Bitcoin, with a lower Bitcoin, it's better for us. It's harder to develop economy and ecosystem and bring in new users and bring in capital. But what is lucky for us is that we don't really need capital anymore. We are very well financed from the first moment. So this didn't really interfere with our strategy anytime. Mm-hmm. Well, the marketing, we see that it had way less effect in January than it had before. Because, you know, people don't have money when Bitcoin is under 40K. They simply lose. Sure. And then if you can go into major alts with very good prices, that is what you invest into and not smaller alts. But overall, I'm not afraid at all. What I see is that we are fundamental based coins, so not a hype coin. And because of that, I don't really see the dips in Nextearth. And another very important thing is that our tokenomics is designed in a very good way. We don't have seed investors, we don't have VCs, we don't have advisors, nobody gets coins. And this way, nobody is dumping.
Awesome, man. I want to thank you for all this information that you share till now with me. If you want to add anything else, I would appreciate it.
Well, I think there is actually a very interesting project right now that we are doing is the Sustainable and Free Web3 project, which means that we are looking at the carbon emission of our blockchain operations, then after our digital operations, then afterwards our physical operations. And then at the end, we would like to get it done backwards since we operate and become 100% totally carbon neutral. And next to that, we will also have a Matic pool where users can ask for free Matic. And that way they don't have to purchase Matic on Ethereum blockchain, on Uniswap, but they will instantly get it. So we will save them probably $50, $100, or $200. And we also will have the minting of lands for free because we will take the Matic transaction fee as Nextearth. Mm-hmm. So that means that you will have a carbon neutral company platform, which gives you free Matic. So you don't have to kind of have that entry barrier. So we lower the entry barrier again, even for the users themselves. and you don't have to pay anything while minting the land, because Nextearth is going to pay. So it's free and carbon neutral. I think that is a pretty nice looking thing to do. And it's a quite enjoyable thing to arrange too.
I think so. All right. I want to thank you for your time and for this interview. I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Janice. Take care, guys.